Can all of you see the, see the whiteboard? Lamai? Anybody who cannot see the whiteboard, I will send a link in the main chat. You can click on that link. So, yes, definitely I will send that to you again. Even you're in the group, no? Are you in the WhatsApp group? Class okay. Hari. When group I think that would be easier. Notes. Mixture. Okay. So, Mihaly, since it's your first day today, and today you are here to check the class, if the class is okay for you and whether you're going to continue the class, right? So just to give you an update, we finished lesson number 1, which is living tissues. And we also finished lesson number 2, which was photosynthesis. I sent PDF notes, and then we did the lessons during the class. And then mixtures also we started, and we are like halfway through mixtures. අපි දැන් composition part එකේ ඉන්නේ. ඒකෙත් එක කොටසක් ඉවරයි. So the rest of it we have to do. Okay, Mihaly?
Okay, miss.
Okay, I'm pronouncing your name right, neda?
Yeah.
Yeah, okay. Okay, so when it comes to communicating, you can either unmute and talk, or you can send in the chat box, or you can, like, sometimes I ask whether you understood or not and all that. Then if it's easier, you can even send a thumbs up. And also, since it's your first day, you stay for the class today, and within today and tomorrow, let me know whether you will continue the class. Okay?
Okay, miss. Okay.
Okay. ඔගලගේ last week attendance sheet එක දාලා තිබ්බද ළමයි? No? No නේ? මොකද මට attendance හරියට track කරගන්න ඕනේ ඔයගලන්ගේ. I think last 2 weeks ම දාලා නැහැ නේ attendance sheet. මම කියන්නම් මගේ assistant එක දාන්න කියලා. Because it's really important that you come to the class and actively participate. So Saturday මම remind එකක් group එකේ දැම්මේ නැතත් ඔයගලන් දන්නවනේ මේ slot එක තියෙන for the class කියලා. Online classes උනාම ගොඩක් වෙලාවට you tend to take it for like take it easy, and you don't commit as much as you're supposed to. So let's say physical class එකක් නම් එතන ඊට වඩා commitment එකක් තියෙනවා online class එකට වඩා. Right? ඒක හින්දා that is why you need to have a lot of discipline when you are coming to an online class. මට දැන් පහුගිය දවස් ටිකට පහුගිය මාස කිහිපයකට අහු වෙලා තියෙනවා. So parents are ගානට fees pay කරනවා. Okay, because I have records, parents are gone to fees pay karna, but that student is never present to the class. So eka mata ahambeng ahune. I was just, because I know almost all of, I mean, I know all your names. So mamoglam samaragati dakala nathi unara, from the name I know you. Ethara samhara aya en nathi unama එක පොඩ note වෙනවා මට. එහෙම නිකන් note වෙලා මට නිකන් හිතලා check කරද්දී ඇත්තටම attendance තිබිලා නැහැ මාසයක්ම. මාසයකටත් වැඩි. But fees gone to pay karla. So that means parents are cheat karna kene. I'm not saying that you are doing it, but varadi, right? Because your parents, no money is easy money, right? So your parents pay for you, spend for you. Is only going to whenever but they are spending for your education. It's a very gun. Ehema gun barina. අම්මලාට කියලා ක්ලාස් එකෙන් අයින් වෙන්න. මොකද මං කියන ඕගාට නෙමෙයි again, but I can't receive fees for a service that I didn't give. ළමයි ආවේ නැහැ කියන ඉගෙන ගත්තේ නැහැ කියන එකනේ. ඒක ඇත්තටම ඒ වගේ මට දෙකක් තුනක් මහ වෙලා තියෙනවා. පහුගිය අවුරුද්ද ඇතුළත. ඒක හින්දා තමයි mainly මම attendance mark කරන්නේ. එතකොට regular attendance නැත්නම් I will personally address that and give your parents a call. හරිද? ඒකින්ද that is why I'm asking you to take attendance seriously. Grade 10 අලුත් batch එකේ ළමයිට නම් attendance sheet යවලා තිබ්බා. But ඔයගලන්ට දාලා තිබුණ නැහැනේ weeks එකේ. මම ඒක කියන්නම් හරියට බලලා යවන්න කියලා. She's also a bit new, so she's getting used to the work, but I will tell her to send you the attendance sheets. එතකොට if you are getting absent, you have to inform. That is one thing. එකම ආය මතක් කරන්න ඔයගොල්ලෝ හැම කරන්නේ නැති හින්දා and මතක් කරලා recording එක ඉල්ල ගන්න. ඉස්සරහට I'm planning to make it easier for you to get the recording. We will see how that goes. But for the moment, absent වෙන දවසේ recording එක තමයි responsible වෙලා ඉල්ල ගන්න. හරිද? Okay. So I think we are good to start with today's work. So under composition, we have 5 methods, right? Up in method 1, composition of a mixture. 1 second. Whiteboard note එක download ka composition as a mass fraction කියන්නේ මගේ දීලා තියෙන්නේ. So composition as a mass fraction, that is our first method. We gave that. එහෙනම් අද අපි method 2 එකට යමු. Put a subtopic. Now, first subtopic was composition as a mass fraction. Now put another subtopic, number 2, composition as a volume fraction. Composition as a volume fraction. After the mixtures lesson lamai, අපි waves කරන්න කලින් light කරනවා. Light කියන ටිකක් important lesson එකක්. අපිට ටිකක් කල් තියෙන්න ඕනේ to do like past papers and all that. That's why we are doing light first. And then after lights, we will do waves. ඒ lessons පහනේ තියෙන first term එකනේ. Okay. Now, let's say you have a mixture. So here there is, let's say, water. අපි හිතමු water තියෙනවා 500 cubic centimeters. Or 500 cubic centimeters is 500 milliliters. මෙතන තව liquid එකක් මම dissolve කරලා තියෙනවා ethyl alcohol. Ethyl alcohol, let's say, තියෙනවා 100 cubic centimeters. Okay. What is the solvent here, Lamai? What is the solvent here? Okay, Mitna, what about others? What is the solvent here? One solution is made of like
Ethyl alcohol.
What is it, Ashita?
Teacher, what is the question was?
The question is, what is the solvent in this solution?
Water.
Water. Okay. With me, yes. Generally, yes, it is water. Yes, Ashita, yes. Always, Dhamma, in a solution, there are different components, no? The component that is present in excess, like is solvent. Everything else that is present, they are solutes. Now, Dhamma, can you see that both these components are expressed as volumes? I'm gonna write volume fraction of ethyl alcohol equals volume of ethyl alcohol divided by the total volume. Just like mass fraction. In the mass fraction, when we were considering the mass fraction of a particular component, what we did was we divided that mass by the total mass. Now, volume wala, when we are considering the volume fraction of a certain component, we are dividing the volume of that component by the total volume of the solution. That's the total volume. Now, in this particular case, let's find the mass fraction of ethyl alcohol. Here you can see the volume of, not mass fraction, sorry, volume fraction. Okay. Volume of ethyl alcohol is 100 cubic centimeters. What is the total volume of the solution? What is the total volume of the solution? Yes. ගොඩක් වෙලාවට ටක් ගාලා දැක ගම ඔයගොල්ලෝ 500 කියලා ලියනවා. No, total volume means you have to add all of these, all the three, which means not three, the two. The volumes of all the two components you add, so 100 plus 500, that is 600. You can see here, cubic centimeter තමයි උඩ unit එක, යටත් cubic centimeter, so they cancel off. Here two zeros, here two zeros, they cancel off. And thus we get the volume fraction of ethyl alcohol, which is 1/6. Okay, volume fraction of ethyl alcohol is 1/6. If I ask you to find the volume fraction of water, how would you get it? Volume of water in the same manner. Water වල volume fraction එක ඕනනම් water වල volume එක divide කරනවා total volume එකෙන් නේ. Total volume. So volume of water is 500, no? And earlier also you correctly said the total volume, that is 600. Okay. Cubic centimeter cancel වෙනවා මේ zeros දෙකට මේ zeros දෙක, and we get 5/6. Is this clear, Lama? Can you all give me a thumbs up if it's clear? Pamodi, the last point where we stopped was composition as a mass fraction. That was the method number 1. This is method number 2, which is composition as a volume fraction. Here what we are doing is all the components should be in terms of volume. So මට කිව්වොත් එම ethyl alcohol වල volume fraction එක හොයන්න කියලා මම ethyl alcohol වල volume එක divide කරනවා total volume එකෙන්. අතන mass fraction කිව්වොත් ඒකේ mass එක divided by the total mass, no? In the same way, when I ask the volume fraction of a certain component, you divide the volume of that component by the total volume. So that is how we got this. And the volume fraction of water means volume of water divided by the total volume. And these are the fractions we got. Is it clear, Pamodi? Okay. Shall we start writing then? අර mass fraction වගේම තමයි ළමයි volume fraction එකට කොයි වෙලවත් unit එකක් නැහැ. අයි උඩ තියෙන unit එකයි යට තියෙන unit එකයි cancel වෙනවානේ. So there are no units for a volume fraction. Quickly write this. I will set a timer for 3 minutes. Chop, quickly. 3-minute time. Work on your speed. දැන් හදාගන්න ඇති ස්පීඩ් එක කවදාවත් හදාගන්න කල් නැහැනේ. දැම්මම හදාගන්න ඕනේ so that it becomes a habit. Done, lamai? Anybody who needs more time? Mama samane adu time එකක් දෙන්නේ to make to like help you work on your speed, but if that given time is not enough, let me know. I will give like extra minute or two. Has everybody finished writing this?
Yes, please.
Okay. Anybody who needs time? Okay. Then let's move on to the next part. හරිම ලේසිනේ ළමයි. First method and second method, they are very easy. Let's move on to third method. Composition as a mole fraction. ඒ මොකක්ද A කිව්වේ? Now, mass fraction means mass over mass. Volume fraction means volume over volume. Mole fraction means moles over moles. අපි දන්නවා moles වල අපේ symbol එක N නේ. N equals MOM. If you remember in grade 10 we learned. So the symbol for moles is N, the unit is MOL. මෙතනදී අපි consider කරන්නේ moles විතරයි. Okay, now look at this. We have a mixture, a solution. A solution contains one solvent and there could be one or many solutes. මෙහෙම A, B, C කියලා තුන් දෙනෙක් ඉන්නවා. Okay. A වල ඉන්නවා 5 moles. B වල ඉන්නවා 3 moles. C වල ඉන්නවා 10 moles. Here we are considering moles, okay? So if I ask you the mole fraction of A, අර ටික වගේම තමයි. If I ask you the mass fraction of a component, you divide that mass by the total mass. If I ask you the volume fraction of a certain component, you divide that volume by the total volume. If I ask you the mole fraction, you divide that number of moles from the total number of moles. So mole fraction of A kilogram, that means number of moles of A divided by total number of moles. So what is the number of moles of A here? There are 5 moles of A. What is the total number of moles, Lamai? Here? Yes, Mayum, the others? What should I get for total number of moles? 18, eh? 5 plus 3 plus 5, 5 plus 3 plus 10, that is 18. So the units are cancelled, mole, mole. 5 and 18 kapanna බෑනේ තවනේ, so we'll just leave it as it is. No problem. කැමති නම් decimal හොයන්න පුළුවන්, but at this point it's okay. We can just leave as 5 over 18. Is this clear, lamai? Okay. Then a විදියම තමයි. Mole fraction of B. Mole fraction of B කිව්වම that is the number of මම මේක ලියනකම් කියන්න බලන්න මට mole fraction of B. You can work it out and tell me. Until I type this, tell me the mole fraction of B. ඔයගොල්ලන් හදලා කියන්න මට. හිතෙන් හදන්නත් පුළුවන්. Whatever you prefer. Okay, I got one answer. What about others? Another answer. Mayumdi, Miheli, okay. What about others? Okay, with me, you can further simplify. That's the correct answer, yes. You can further simplify.
Teacher, 1 over 6.
Yes, Ashwita. Yes, Metna. Yes, Sevindi. Yes. Not 6, 1 over 6. So B wala moles thina 3 moles, total moles is 18. So 3 moles divided by 18 moles, you know the unit is getting cancelled. Mukdu udat moles, yatat moles. 3 times 1 is 3, 3 times 6 is 18. So අපිට මාරම ලේසිය මේකේ simplified fraction එක ගන්න පුළුවන් 1/6. Simplify කරන්න නැතුව තිබ්බත් කමක් නැහැ, but generally fraction questions ආවම it is always a better practice to simplify. Okay? In the same manner, you can find the mole fraction of C. Can you quickly find me the mole fraction of C? Simplify කළාම මට කියන්න බලන්න. Okay, Mayundi? Simplify and tell me, huh? Okay, Mitna?
Teacher, what is the question?
The question is, what is the mole fraction of C? Mitni, පොඩ්ඩක් බලන්න පැත්ත මාරු වෙලාද කියලා. What is being divided by what? Okay. I think that's what happened to you before also, no? පොඩ්ඩක් පැත්ත මාරු වුණා. Okay, Chenuli. Yes, Mihaly, you can also put it as a decimal. Others? Kwanik Kattiya. Okay, Vindi. What about others? Savinu, Desindu. And with me, you can send the correct answer. Hamodi, Risindi. Risindi, what side එක මාරුලා? Numerator, denominator මාරු වෙලා.
Teacher, 5/9.
Okay, Ashwita says 5/9. Okay. Hamodi says 5/9. Okay. Number of moles of C. So C wala තියෙනවා 10 moles. Total moles 18. ළමයි මේ දෙකේ පැත්ත මාරු කරගන්න එපා, okay? It's not 18/10, it's 10/18. 10/18, okay? Here, moles cancel whenever 5 times, sorry, 2 times 5 is 10, 2 times 9 is 18. So we get the answer as 5/9. Okay? Kamathina, make a further simplify color. You can write as decimal, or you can just leave it as the most simplified fraction. So just like the mass fraction and the volume fraction, mole fraction also does not have units. Unit එකක් නැහැ. මොකද the unit at the top is cancelled off by the unit at the bottom. They are both moles නේ. එතකොට final answer එකට unit එකක් ඉතුරු වෙන්නේ නැහැ. Up to that point, is it clear, ළමයි? Others? Desindu, Mayumdi, Ashwita, Savinu? Savinu, are you there? Can you hear me? Savinu? Hari, others, Liana Patangana, Savinu, can you drop me a message in the chat box at least if you can hear me? Quickly write this, ළමයි. මේකට මම 4 minutes වගේ time එකක් දාන්නම්. Make it fast. Done writing, Lamai?
Yes, teacher.
Okay, others? Okay, I'm going to move on. Now we are coming to the fourth method. Fourth method I'm going to give you a small question to try. Okay. You can question then I will let you try this alone. I want to see how you try this alone because this question has nothing new. You can do alone. It's okay to make mistakes, but just try. And then later we can discuss. Let's write. Wait. Mm. You might have to use a bit of the knowledge you have from grade 10 quantification. Now quantification grade 10 වල කරද්දිත් කිව්වා අපිට grade 11 වල මේව ඕන වෙනවා. ඒකින්ද don't ever forget, right? Always revise. Yeah, this is the question. Quickly try this now. මම මේකට දෙන්න මම time එකක් දාන්න නැහැ. But roughly like 4 to 5 minutes. You might not need that much time, but just try doing that. This is the question. Now 4 grams of NaOH is dissolved in 18 grams of water. You know what is H2O, right? Find the mole fraction of NaOH in this solution. Quickly do. I'll give you roughly 4 to 5 minutes. Make it fast. Let me know when you're done. You have like 1 or 2 more minutes. Have you all finished? Anybody? Anyways, you have 2 more minutes. Quickly finish. Am I done? Anybody who got the answer to this? What is the mole fraction of NaOH in this solution? Okay, I'm getting some answers. What about others? You took more than enough time now. Athara mama 5 minutes වලට වඩා වැඩියෙන් දුන්නා. Okay. සාමාන්‍ය fraction එකක decimals තියන්නේ නැහැ ළමයි. So if there is a decimal in a fraction, you have to remove that decimal somehow. Okay. Now here we know they have given the mass. Okay. They have given the mass, yes. And they are asking you what? The moles. එතකොට, how can we connect mass? They're asking the mole fraction, no? But they have given you the mass. So how can you connect mass and moles? How can you connect mass and moles? Alamai, what is the formula that you can use to connect mass and moles? Come on, quickly tell me. This is from grade. Nah, උගලන් කරපු විදිහට කියන්න. What is the formula for connecting mass and moles? N equals M over capital M, right? N equals M over M. So here, now NaOH now for this particular formula, what is capital M here? What is capital M here? That is a molar mass. Neda? Yes. එහෙනම් මේ ඔක්කොම කලින් මම මේවල molar masses හොයන්න ඕනේ. So I will find the molar mass of NaOH first. You know Na is 23, oxygen is 16, hydrogen is 1. 23 plus 1 is 24, 24 plus 16 is 40. 40 grams per mole. Yes, 40 is the answer. Unit is grams per mole. This is NaOH. Then H2O. You know, actually it is 1, no? H is 1. Now there are 2 H's, so that would be 1 times 2. Plus oxygen is 16. So 1 times 2 is 2 plus 16. That would be 18 grams per mole. Now I found the molar masses of each of these. That may dekema molar mass එක පාගන්න. Now what should I do? Dekim now. I ordered the moles. So first of all, I will find the number of moles of NaOH. N equals M over capital M. Mass they have given is 4 grams. Molar mass is 40 grams per mole. And now 4 divided by 40 means 0.1. That's 1 over 10. That is 0.1 moles. Is that clear to all of you? Thumbs up, please. Okay.
Yes,
H2O.
teacher.
Okay. H2O, N equals M over M. H2O mass is 18 grams. Molar mass is also 18 grams per mole. 18 grams divided by 18 grams per mole. 18 divided by 18, that is 1 mole. Okay. Now, we don't stop here. We have to find the mole fraction of NaOH, right? Mole fraction of NaOH, you know, means number of moles of NaOH you divide by the total number of moles. Now, you can see there are 0.1 moles of NaOH. Then denominator එකට 1 දැම්මොත් වැරදි ළමයි because total number of moles, right? That means 1 plus 0.1, that would be 1.1 moles. And here, mole cancel වෙනවා. We have 0.1 divided by 1.1. Generally, අපි පුළුවන් තරම් fractions වල decimals තියන්නේ නැහැ because fractions are separate, decimals are separate. So, in order to remove the decimal place in the denominator, 1.1 වල decimal place එක අයින් කරන්න මම මෙයාව 10 ගෙන් multiply කරනවා. එතකොට මෙයාව 10 ගෙන් multiply කරන්න ඕනේ. Whatever you do to the denominator, you have to do the same to the numerator. 0.1 multiplied by 10 is 1. 1.1 multiplied by 10 is 11. So that is the answer. Was this the same question that was on the textbook? Kind of, but slightly different. Okay. Is this clear, Alamai? Clear the... If any of you have any questions, please do ask. Hari. Before we move on to the 4th and 5th methods, අපි පොඩි වැඩක් කරමු, right? 4th method එකයි 5th method එකයි දෙකටම චුට්ටා ඕනි part එකක් තියෙනවා about unit conversions. So, we will first learn that. Do you know something called DM? Now, you know cm is centimeters, m is meters. km is kilometers. Likewise, do you know something called dm? What is dm? Hmm? Yes. dm is lamai decimeter. Decimeter. cm is centimeter, decimeter, meter, kilometer. එහෙම තමයි තියෙන්නේ. This dm thing is very important. මොකද in mole calculations and in the future, දැන් අපි දන්නවනේ cm3 කියන්නේ මොකක්ද කියලා. You know 1 cm3 is equal to 1 milliliters. You already know about that. But in the future calculations for volume, instead of cm3, we mostly use dm3. And dm3 ko මොනවත් තාම දන්නේ නැහැනේ. So we are going to learn what is dm3. dm3 means cubic decimeters because dm is decimeter. So dm3 means cubic decimeter. We are going to learn a bit about that. හරි. දැන් මොනවත් ලියන්න එපා, මුලින්ම බලා ගන්න. Okay. So as now you know 1 decimeter is 1 decimeter is actually like 10 centimeters. You know 1 meter is 100 centimeters. Then 1 kilometer is 1000 meters. එහෙම තියෙනවානේ. ඒ වගේ 1 decimeter කියන්නේ 10 centimeters. Okay. If I say 1 cubic decimeter, you know 1 cubic decimeter කොහොමද හැදෙන්නේ? 1 decimeter multiplied by 1 decimeter multiplied by 1 decimeter. So here 1 multiplied by 1 multiplied by 1, answer is 1. Then dm multiplied by dm multiplied by dm, dm3. එහෙම තමයි එන්නේ. So 1 cubic decimeter means 1 decimeter multiplied by 1 decimeter multiplied by 1 decimeter. What is 1 decimeter in centimeters now? 1 decimeter, how much is that in centimeters?
Teacher, I can hear you like in husky voice. I can hear you loud.
What about others? Can others hear me? Ashwita, must be a connection issue. මම මේ mic volume එක තව ටිකක් වැඩි කරන්නම්. It might be a bit too loud. My voice is clear, so must be a connection issue. බලන්න දැන් හරිද කියලා Ashwita?
No, okay, teacher.
I increase my mic volume, so සමහර කටට සද්ද වැඩි වෙයි. ඒකින්ද චුට්ටක් ඔයගොල්ලන්ගේ පැත්තේ එක අඩු කරන්න. Now mic volume එක ගොඩක් වැඩි කරන්න නැත්තේ, when the mic volume is too high, sometimes it gets like you can't hear clearly. දැන් හිතන්නකෝ අපිට උනා සද්ද ගොඩාක් ස්පීකර් එක ගොඩාක් සද්ද වැඩි කරලා හොත් එම හරියට clearly ඇහෙන්නේ නැහනේ. අර එහෙම වෙනවා because in some classes I got that complaint because when I knew that I can change the mic volume මම maximum දාලා තිබ්බේ. ඒ වුණාමත් සමහර ලාවට voice එක නිකන් unclear. But yeah. Anyway, since now it's okay. Okay. So now 1 cubic decimeter. Yeah, ගොඩක් loud නේ දැන් ඔයගලගේ පැත්තෙන් අඩු කරගන්න. Okay. So 1 decimeter in 10 cent. Okay, I already told the answer. 1 decimeter is 10 centimeters, which I already told you here. So 1 decimeter is 10 centimeters. So here, instead of all the 1 decimeters, I write 10 centimeters. මෙතනත් 1 decimeter එකක් තියෙනවා. එතනත් මම ලියනවා 10 centimeters. So 1 cubic decimeter is equal to 10 times 10 times 10. 10 times 10 times 10 is 1000. cm times cm times cm is cubic centimeters. This is very important. ඇත්තටම හරිම important. මේක තේරුණාද ළමයි ඔයගලන්ට?
Teacher,
Yes, Ashwita.
teacher, I can't hear you.
Ashwita, I think you have a connection issue. Can you try moving to a place with better connection? Like නිකන් ඉන්න තැන චුට්ටක් මාරු කරලා බලන්න තමයි signal reception ප්‍රශ්නයක් වෙන්න පුළුවන්.
Now I can hear you, Tisha.
All right. Okay. Okay.
Like for some seconds I can hear you and again I can hear you.
Yeah, that must be a connection issue. එහෙම වුණාම වෙන ඔය signal case එකක් ආවම that's probably why. That's why maybe try to move a bit and it might get fixed. Okay. All right. So 1 cubic decimeter equals 1,000 cubic centimeters. Okay. Then මේක තමයි important එක. මේක තමයි අපිට ගොඩක්ම ඕන වෙන්නේ. But I'm going to do a little bit of an extension of that. So this is very important. ලියන්න එපා මුලින්ම අහගෙන ඉන්න. පස්සේ මම ලියන්න time එක දෙනවා. Okay. Then I'm going to do a bit of an extension of this. You know, lamai, 1 cubic centimeter is equal to 1 milliliter. නේද? එහෙනම් 1 cubic decimeter. Now they say 1 cubic decimeter is equal to 1,000 cubic centimeters. Now 1 cubic centimeter is 1 milliliters. එහෙනම් මට 1,000 cubic centimeters ලියන්න පුළුවන් 1,000 milliliters කියලා. 1,000 milliliters is how much in liters? 1,000 milliliters is how much in liters? Yeah. Others? Yes. 1 liter. So 1 cubic decimeter is also equal to 1 liter. So this is a bit of a unit conversion that is quite important to us. Make it very important when me part එක. Make up it ගොඩාක් ඉස්සරහට ඕන වෙනවා because today majority of the day we are going to spend doing chemical calculations until you guys get comfortable doing calculations. Okay? All right. So let's quickly write this one. Make it ලියන්න බෑ. Quickly write. I'll give you like 2 minutes. Make it fast. Make a topic ko just write. I mean, ඕන topic එකක් දාගන්න පුළුවන් unit conversion කියලා, but not necessary. You can just write. Done, lamai? I think that was enough time. Shall we move on? Okay. Now only we are moving to the fourth method. Liana, number 4 kila dala. Composition in terms of mass over volume. Composition in terms of mass over volume. Okay. Now method නම් හැම එකටම composition මෙහෙම කියන්න බෑ, right? So mass එක දීලා තියෙනවා, for an example, let's say there is a solution. There is a solution. A solution consists of one solvent and one or many solutes. අපි කියමු එක solute එකයි එක solvent එකයි ඉන්නවා, like salt solution or something. මම solute කියලා ලියන්නම්. Solute එක ඉන්නවා grams වලින්. As a mass, let's say 12 grams. Solvent එක ඉන්නවා volume එකේ. Let's say let's say 2 cubic decimeters. 2 cubic decimeters. මේ වගේ එකක ළමයි, now let's say solvent, let's say water. Water, we have 2 cubic decimeters. You know, 1 decimeter is 1 liter. So we're talking about 2 liters or 200 cubic centimeters of water. මෙහෙම tub එකක් වගේ තියෙනවා. ඔයා මේකට කියලා 12 grams of salt dissolve කරනවා. Do you think the volume will change significantly? ඒ කියන්නේ වතුර vessel එකක් හරි container එකක් හරි තියෙනවා 2 cubic decimeters, that is 200 cubic centimeters, which will be 200 milliliters, that is 2 liters. 2 liters කොහොමද imagine කරගන්න පුළුවන් නේ? ඒකට ඔයා 12 grams of salt mix කරනවා. Mix කරාම do you think the total volume will change? Significantly. Will it change significantly? I'm getting both answers. Good. මේ වගේ ප්‍රශ්න අහද්දි ළමයි ඔයගොල්ලන් හිතලා උගන් හිතන answer එක කියන්න. Because you don't have to perfectly answer. If you know how to perfectly answer, that means you know it. Then you don't have to come to the class and learn it. ඔයගොල්ලන් class ඇවිල්ලා දෙයක් ඉගෙන ගන්න ඒ දේ ගැන on knowledge එකක් නැති හින්දා. Okay? So even then, what I'm expecting is that you are like active in the class, you're answering to the question. I don't care whether you're giving the right answer or the wrong answer. මොකද ඔයගලා right answer එක දුන්නොත් okay, මම මේක ගොඩක් සරයක් කියලා තියෙනවා. If you're giving the right answer, okay, good for you. But if you're giving the wrong answer, that is also good. මොකද වැරදි answer එක දීලා මම හරි answer එක correct කරලා ඔය ගොළුවට එක වැඩිපුර යනවා. මේක මට වැරදුනා. හැබැයි මේකේ හරි එක මේක කියලා අර ඒ වෙලෙට එක ටිකක් ඔළුවට යනවා. හැබැයි වැරදි හරි හිතේ තියන් හිටියා කියලා ඒක අර එච්චර impactful නෑ. So always engage in the class, be active and always give the answer. Whether it's right or wrong, it's okay. කවුරුත් judge කරන්න නැහැ. No, so ගානට කාටවත් පේන්න තියෙන මට විතරක් පේන්න දාන්නත් පුළුවන් නේ. It's also not necessary, but whatever you prefer. Generally ළමයි අපි මෙහෙම දෙයක් assume කරනවා in science. When you take a solvent can හැම වෙලේම වැඩියෙන් ඉන්න එක්කෙනානේ. Solvent එකකට solute ටිකක් දැම්මා කියලා අපි total volume එක ලොකුවට change වෙන්නේ නැහැ කියලා තමයි assume කරන්නේ. So here 2 cubic decimeters of water, let's say that is a solvent. What is a solvent? So 2 cubic decimeters of water වලට මම 12 grams of salt දැම්මා කියලා total volume එක change වෙන්නේ නැහැ. ඇත්තටම ඔයගොල්ලෝ මේක practically කරලා බැලුවොත් ඔයගොල්ලන්ට පෙනේ එහෙම volume එක ඇත්තටම change වෙන්නේ නැහැ. සමහරට 0.000 ගානක් විතර change වෙන්න පුළුවන්, but it's very much negligible. It's not significant at all. So ඔයගොල්ලන්ට ඉස්සරහට එන calculations වලදී ඒක හැම වෙලේම මතක තියාගන්න. Solute එක grams වලින් තියෙනකොට solvent එක volume එකක් විදිහට තියෙනකොට total volume of the solution කියන එකට ඔයා ගන්න solvent එකේ volume එක. මොකද solute එකක් තියෙනවා තමයි, but solute we kind of neglect because it doesn't significantly change the volume of the solution. So volume of the solution කියනකොට අපි ගොඩක් වෙලාවට solvent එකේ volume එක තමයි consider කරන්නේ. Is that clear to you, ළමයි? Is that clear to you? Okay. Okay. So let me explain that again. We have a solvent 2 cubic decimeters, that means 2 liters. මම ඒකට solute කියන්නේ salt වගේ ගිය 12 grams mix කරනවා. මම ඇත්තටම මේක measure කරලා බැලුවත් මට පේනවා solvent එක කලින් තිබ්බේ 2 cubic decimeters නේ. Even when I mix 12 grams of salt, the volume doesn't really change. It will still be 2 cubic decimeters. දැන් මෙතන actually here composition කියද්දි මම ගන්නෙ solute එකේ mass එක divided by total volume. හැබැයි total volume of the solution කියවට මම use කරන්නේ solvent එකේ volume එක. ඇයි? මම solute එක add කරත් ඒකේ ලොකුවට volume change එකක් වෙන්නේ නැහැ. ඒකින්ද total volume of the solution කියන එකට you can use the volume of the solvent. සමහර වෙලාවට clearly question එකේ දෙනවා this is the volume of the solution කියලා, then you can directly use it. But even if they don't give you that and they give you the volume of the solvent, please know that you can use it as the total volume as well. Is it clear, Lamai? Priscind, is it clear? Okay. මෙතන මෙහෙමයි. Composition. මෙතන solute එක ගැන තමයි අපි කතා කරන්නේ. Solvent එක ගැන කතා කරන්නේ නැහැ. Composition of the solute equals mass of the solute divided by total volume of the solution. Composition of the solute කියන්නේ mass of the solute. Now here the mass of the solute is 12 grams. Total volume of the solution, I told you we can assume the total volume as the volume of the solvent. That is 2 cubic decimeters. Now 12 divided by 2 can is cubic උඩට ගත්තාම that would be dm minus 3. ඔයගොල්ලෝ දන්නවනේ index එකේ sign එක මාරු වෙනවනේ නේ. When you change denominator and numerator, the sign of the index changes. So may dm3 මම උඩට ගෙනහම it becomes dm minus 3. So the composition of the solute is 6 grams per cubic decimeter. Give me a second. Lamai, please let me have this call just a minute. Okay, so did you understand this, Lamai? Did you understand this? Okay. So always remember mass of the solute come now mass wala SI unit එක kilograms ne, right? So mass usually අපි express කරන්නේ kilograms වලින් because that is a standard unit. But here මෙතන composition වලදී සාමාන්‍ය ළමයි chemicals kilograms ගණන් එහෙම use කරන්නේ නැහැ. That's not very practical. අපි සාමාන්‍ය grams and milligrams වලින් තමයි chemicals use කරන්නේ. Even though the standard unit of mass is kilograms, මෙතන අපි mass වලට use කරන්නේ grams because kilograms is too much. Okay, so we are only using grams. Hamalima mass of the solute, kilograms ring avat. For this particular calculation, make sure that you convert it to grams. Volume should always be in decimeters, cubic decimeters. Cubic centimeters welling avat, you should be able to convert it to cubic decimeters. You know 1 cubic decimeter is 1000 cubic centimeters. It's a cubic centimeters welling out. You have to convert it to cubic decimeters. And we will discuss an example in a bit. It's a clear way. It's a composition grams per cubic decimeter. Composition. Okay. Let's do a question. I'm going to make a question. Yeah, can you all write this down? Quickly write. So quickly write this, and beneath that, I have given a question. 196 grams of H2SO4 is dissolved in water so that the volume of the solution is 500 cubic centimeters. Kela mama relative atomic masses tika dila. I have asked you to find the composition of sulfuric acid is H2SO4. Sulfuric acid wala composition you have to find in terms of mass over volume. Okay, quickly write the note and do this question. Excuse me, write the note and do this question.
Tisha, after the class, you will be sharing the recording with group, right?
I will share the recording, yes. Can you send me a reminder?
Okay, Tisha.
Okay, WhatsApp එකේ දාලා තියෙන. එතකොට මම යවන්න කියන්න.
So the notes that I missed, I can like copy from the recording with Tisha.
Yeah.
And you will be sharing the whiteboard.
Yeah. I'll send the whiteboard note.
Okay.
Tonight I'll send. Okay. Now, while you do this, give me a minute, huh? We're gonna prashna ke hut ma metra na, but quickly finish this, huh? Give me a minute. Okay, Laman. Did you get an answer for this? Okay, can you all tell me your answers? आप chemical calculations to give it a Tell me your answers fast. Okay, I got two answers, 392. What about others? Okay, another answer, 392. Another answer 392. Another answer 392. Did everybody get 392? 392 आपको काटिए thumbs up එකක් දෙන්න බලන්න. Okay. 392 ආවා කියන්නේ මොකක් හරි ලොකු වැරද්දක් කරලා තියෙනවා. Let's see why. It's okay. We'll see. හරි මුලින්ම මේක grams වලින් දීලා තියෙනවානේ. Yes. Grams වලින් දීලා තියෙනවානේ. So we have molar masses. We actually don't need the molar masses, right? Anyways, they have given the mass, no? So there's nothing we have to do with the molar masses, right? Okay. ඔන්න බලන්න. Composition of sulfuric acid කියන්නේ mass of sulfuric H2SO4 කියලා ලිව්වත් ඇති මට H2SO4 type කරන්න අමාරුයි, so that's why I'm tired writing sulfuric acid divided by total volume of the solution. Sulfuric acid වල mass එක හරිය කොහොමද දීලා තියෙනවා in grams 196 grams. Volume එක උගලන් අරන් තියෙනවා වැරදි. Why? දැන් හිතලා බලන්න volume එක 392 ආවා කියන්නේ උගලන් volume එක අරන් තියෙනවා වැරදි. Why? බලන්න ළමයි. Do you remember what I said a few minutes ago? We did the unit conversion, no? We said, yes, 1 cubic decimeter is 1000 cubic centimeters. In other word, 1000 cubic centimeters is 1 decimeter. Okay? Then අපිට දීලා තියෙන volume එක 500 no? You can't keep it as cubic centimeters. You have to convert it to cubic decimeters. And now 500 cubic centimeters කොච්චර cubic decimeters කියලා බලන්න ඕනේ. If 1000 cubic centimeters is 1 cubic decimeter, 500 කියලා කියන්නේ 500 you have to divide by 1000. Then you get 0.5 cubic decimeters. So now the volume is 0.5 cubic decimeters. Did you all understand that part? මේක කොහොමත් කරන ගොඩක් කට්ටියට first time එක වරදිනවා. And that is very normal. මම මේක වරද්දන්න ඕනේ හින්දා තමයි question එක දුන්නේ. So වැරදිච්ච එකට don't feel bad. I wanted you to get it wrong. Because එතකොට තමයි අපිට හරියට ඉගෙන ගන්න පුළුවන්. You can get it as half, yes. මම half වලින් අරගෙනත් කියන්නම්. So මුලින්ම අපි මේක බලමු. Now the denominator has a decimal, no? Wait. 392 is correct නේද? I make grams per cubic decimeter නේ. මට තමයි වැරදිලා තියෙන්නේ. මගේ ඔළුවේ තිබෙ concentration moles per cubic decimeter. If it was moles per cubic decimeter, that would be 4 moles per cubic decimeter. Okay, my bad. So the denominator has a decimal point, so I have to remove the decimal point. So I multiply it by 10. So the numerator also I multiply by 10. 1960 divided by 5. It is 392 grams per cubic decimeter. Correct. Sorry, lamai mage ඔළුවේ තිබ්බේ moles per cubic decimeter. So I was planning sulfuric acid moles වලට convert කරලා එතකොට 2 moles තියෙනවා ඒක 4 moles per cubic decimeter කරලා මගේ ඔළුවේ තිබ්බේ. That's why. But this is in grams per cubic decimeter, so there was a bit of a confusion, but 392 is correct, yes. Is it clear? Is it clear, lamai? හරි. මේක අපි ඉස්සරහට කතා කරමු moles වලින්. මට තමයි ගහන්න ඕනේ නේ. I got the answer wrong. Okay. This is the fourth method. So now we are going to discuss the last and the most used method. මේ last method එක තමයි ළමයි ගොඩක්ම තියෙන. We use this the most number of times. For the last method, number 5 කියලා composition in terms of moles over volume. Brackets ඇතුලේ දාන්න concentration. අර උඩ එක්කෙනා වගේම තමයි. Or the only difference is that now it's not the volume, now it's not the mass, it's the moles. Now for an example, let's say you have a solution. Solvent වලින් තියෙනවා අපිට 3 cubic decimeters. I'm gonna put solute එක දානවා මම 15 moles. So this is quite simple. All you have to do is composition of solute කියද්දී. Now in the previous one we got the mass of the solute. But here we are taking the number of moles of solute. Number of moles of solute we divide by the total volume. කලින් කිව්වා වගේම තමයි ගොඩක් වෙලාවට total volume එක කියන්නේ solvent එකේ volume එකම තමයි. Okay? So number of moles is 15 moles divided by 3 cubic decimeters. That would be 15 divided by 3 is 5. Uda moles තියෙනවා. Yata cubic decimeters, when I bring it to the top, it becomes dm minus 3. So the composition is 5 moles per cubic decimeter. Is it clear? Everybody, is it clear? Okay. මේකම ළමයි දැන් මේ equation. Now I told you this fifth method is quite special. Because ගොඩක්ම අපිට questions අහන්නේ fifth method එකෙන්. අනිත් ඒවාෙන් අහන්නේ නැහැ කියන එක නෙවෙයි මම කියන්නේ. But fifth method is the most asked method. Here මේ equation එක මම පොඩ්ඩක් modify කරනවා. When you talk about composition of a solute in terms of moles over volume, moles over volume වලින් composition කියනවා නම්, for that composition we have a special name. We call that composition as concentration. හැබැයි අනිත් ඒවාට use කරන්න බෑ ළමයි. Now earlier we used composition in terms of mass over volume. එතන composition වලට concentration කියන්න බෑ. Then here we learned composition as a mole fraction. ඒවට concentration කියන්න බෑ. The volume fraction, mass fraction. For those you can't call them concentration. But composition in terms of moles over volume only, for that composition you have a special name, you call it concentration. So concentration equals number of moles of solute divided by our equation එකම තමයි. නම විතරයි වෙනස් වෙන්නේ ළමයි. Total volume of the solution. Composition වල නම විතරයි වෙනස් වෙන්නේ because now it's a special one. No? So composition we call it concentration. So this is quite special. මේක මට symbols වලින් පෙන්නන්න පුළුවන්. Concentration වල symbol එක capital C. Number of moles of solute symbol එක simple N. Total volume symbol එක capital V. So that would be C equals N over V. And as I said, this is one of the most used equations in chemistry. අපිට ඉස්සරහට chemical calculations වල වැඩියෙන්ම use කරන equation එක. Now let's talk about the units. You know number of moles වල unit එක units ගොඩක් නෑ කොහොමත් යාගේ unit එක moles. Volume වල we said that when it comes to these calculations for volume we are getting cubic decimeters. And now for concentration, I'm getting moles per cubic decimeter. Okay, these are the standard units. Hi, shall we start writing, Lamai? Quickly write this. I will give you like 4-5 minutes. Quickly write. Because we have a bunch of calculations waiting. Make it fast. Done, Lamai? Done writing this? Okay. Others? Tomorrow there's a Sunday morning class. Ek Venema class, but you can also join that. But if not, the rescheduled classes I have put in the group. Nothing tomorrow class also, you can join if you want to. If you want to, let me know, I'll send the link. This is not relevant to this class. I just answered a question. Okay, let's try a few questions. Now, first question එක ළමයි මම ඔගාත් එක්ක try කරනවා. අපි අර උඩේකම try කරමු. This same question. මේකම දැන් අපිට composition in terms of mass or volume නේ කලින් හොයන්න කිව්වේ. දැන් ඒ වෙලේ මගේ ඔළුවේ තිබෙ වෙන එකක් නේ. So අපි ඒක දැන් ඇත්තටම කරමු. Okay? So question is now next question එක ලියන්න යන්න බා මුලින්ම බලන්න. Find the concentration of sulfuric acid. Okay. Now we know concentration කියන්නේ C. ඔක්කොම කාලේ ළමයි මේ වගේ questions වල mainly අපි use කරන equation set එකක් තියෙනවා. First of all, you learned C equals N over V, right? C equals N over V. ඒක දැන් කොහොමද මෙතන ඉගෙන ගත්ත එකනේ. හරි. ඒක අපි චුට්ටක් පැත්තකින් තියමු. මොනවද අපිට දීලා තියෙන්නේ? Sulfuric acid වල mass එක දීලා තියෙනවා. Not the moles, mass එක දීලා තියෙනවා. Mass එක දීලා තියෙනවා 196 grams. You know mass is denoted by simple M. Volume එක දීලා තියෙනවා 500 cubic centimeters. අපෙන් අහනවා concentration. So immediately concentration අහපු ගමන් අපිට මතක් වෙන්නේ C equals N over V. That is the equation that we have learned. Volume එක අපිට තියෙනවා මෙතන. Volume is here. Okay. හැබැයි මෙතන concentration මට හොයන්න විදියක් නැහැ because I don't have the number of moles. Here as you can see, volume I have. But number of moles I don't have. Concentration මම හොයන්න ඕනේ. Concentration හොයන්න විදියක් නැහැ. Even though I have volume, I don't have the number of moles. එහෙනම් මම මොකද කරන්නේ? මම කොහොමද මෙතන number of moles හොයාගන්නේ? Any suggestion? How do I get number of moles here? Any suggestion for this? Very good. Yes, I got the answer. I got one answer. Yes, what about others? I got another answer. Yes, good. I got another answer again. Good, correct. Yes, Lamai. We use another equation that we have learned quite some time back in grade 10. මොකද equation එක N equals M over capital M. N is number of moles, M is the given mass, capital M is molar mass. When I was teaching this in grade 10, I told you that this same equation we will use so many times in the future. That means in grade 11 in this lesson. පොඩක් අපි මේක බලමු. Mass එක තමයි ඒගොල්ලන් දීලා තියෙනවානේ 196 grams. They have given the mass. So mass එක තියෙනවා. Molar mass එකත් we can calculate because all the relative atomic masses are given. Then එහෙනම් I get the idea. Mass එක they have given, molar mass I can calculate. ඒකෙන් මට number of moles ගන්න පුළුවන්. එතනින් number of moles අරගෙන මං එනවා C equals N over V. Here now මෙතන number of moles මං calculate කරානේ. So now I have the number of moles. I also have the volume here. එහෙනම් I can calculate the concentration. So that is the path of how to get the answer. Then path එක තියෙනින් අපි කරමු. We'll just quickly get to the answer. Now before anything else, I need the molar mass නේ. ඒක තමයි මුලින්ම molar mass එක calculate කරනවා. H2SO4. HK mass එක 1. There are 2 hydrogens, so 1 multiplied by 2. There is 1 sulfur, that is 32. There are 4 hydrogen, 4 1 times 2 is 2. 16 times 4 is 64. 64, 65, 60, 64, 65, 66. That would be 98. 98 is the molar mass. Up to this point, is it clear before I move on? Thumbs up, please. Savinu, Mayumdi, Ashwita. Okay. Now we will straight away jump to the calculation. Massacre, now I'm trying to find the number of moles now. Massacre, they have given 196 grams. Divided by molar mass, I calculated here 98 grams per mole. So 196 divided by 98, we get it as 2. Number of moles, so that would be 2 moles. Okay. Now I have the number of moles, so I'm jumping to my next equation. What is my next equation? C equals N over V. Then mitra number of moles on, because I already found the number of moles from here, that is 2 moles. So I already have the number of moles. Divided by volume. Volume is 500 cubic centimeters. So I write 500 cubic centimeters and I simplify. Is that okay? What is the answer here? Is this okay? Is it? Is it okay? Make a mocker prashna. What is that problem? What is the mistake I have done here? Yes. Volume cubic centimeters welling so I have to convert it to cubic decimeters. So 500 cubic centimeters you convert to cubic decimeters, that would be 0.5. So 2 divided by 0.5, denominator ke usually api decimal place ekak tiyanna, so I multiply this by 10. So this also by 10. So I have 20 divided by 0.5 multiplied by 10 is 5. That would be 4 moles per cubic decimeter. So Mayumi calling up a question I forgot to answer the anu meta half gattut කොහොමද වෙන්නේ කියලා. Here number of moles 2 moles ne. 5 gun nato you can even get it as half, right? Because you know 1000 cubic centimeters is decimeter. Enough. Then balana division so I do is 2 මෙතන division එක මම division mark එකක් විතර දාලා. Division mark එකක් විතර දාලා මෙතන half. So how do I divide? I have to convert it to reciprocal. So 1 over 2 becomes 2 over 1. So 2 times 2, I get the answer again as 4 moles per cubic decimeter. Mayumdi, is that okay? I think you asked for the previous one, but I forgot to explain it there. Is it okay? Half gatto division dekak tin hinda ekak pa division sign එක දාන්න. Otherwise it becomes confusing. Okay. Hi lamai. Can you all write the answer? Question එක ලියලා answer එක ලියන්න. Then I'm going to give you some questions to try alone. So today our main goal is to finish the chemical calculations part. So that next week තව එක චූටි කොටසක් තියෙනවා අර PDF එක. ඒ PDF එකෙන් පස්සේ we can finish mixtures. We did past paper questions in O-level past paper questions කරා නේද අපි photosynthesis වල?
Yes, teacher.
Yes, no, okay. Today I'm going to
Teacher,
give some homework. Yes.
do we have class next week?
Do we have?
Class next week?
No, is there anything next week?
No, it's a normal day, like 31st.
It's a normal day,
Uh,
no? There's no holiday, right?
no, it's not holiday. And I
Yeah, we
want
have
to
class.
inform you that sometimes I might join the class late at least
Okay, no worries. It's okay.
because
Ito
we
ko
are
na
having the
matak na.
sports meet and we are having like decorations to take to the school.
Mm, yeah. It's
So,
okay. Just let me not let me know. Actually, just send me a reminder. Then I'll send the recording.
okay, Bush.
Okay. Quickly write this answer, Lama. I have another question for you. Make a question Q1 kila dagatat kamak na metana because we are doing some more questions. Q1 kila dagat. Yes, Risindi. So here what we did was mulim api balana api use karna equation ekada vada. The first step would be to see what they have given us, right? They have given us the mass, right? Mass එක දීලා තියෙනවා 196 grams. They have also given us the volume. Volume is 500 cubic centimeters and they're asking us the concentration. The moment they ask us the concentration, අපිට concentration කියපු ගමන් මතක් වෙන්නේ C equals N over V. හැබැයි පොඩි ප්‍රශ්නයක් තියෙනවා. Volume අපිට තියෙනවා but number of moles අපිට නැහැ. Without you can't find concentration here ne. Or given the mass ne. මම sulfuric වල molar mass එක calculate කරා. Can you hear me now? One second. මම පොඩ්ඩක් camera off කරන්නම් බලමු. Can you hear me now ළමයි? Risindi, now is it okay? Okay. මම පොඩ්ඩක් camera off කරලා තියන්නම් because I think bandwidth ප්‍රශ්නයක් මොකරෙම signal case එකක් වෙන්නේ නැති. හරි, okay. So as I was saying, first of all, we are going to focus on what they have given us. They have given us the mass. And they also have given us the volume. 500 cubic centimeters and they're asking you to find concentration. The moment they ask concentration, එකපාරට අපේ ඔළුවට එන equation එක C equals N over V. C equals N over V. හැබැයි පොඩි ප්‍රශ්නයක් තියෙනවා volume නම් they have given no, so volume is okay, but number of moles we don't know. Mass එකන දීලා තියෙන number of moles නෙවෙයි. එහෙනම් අපි number of moles හොයාගන්න ඕනේ. For that only we are using N equals M over M. එතකොට මෙතන දැන් mass එක ඒගොල්ලන් දීලා තියෙනවා molar mass එක you can calculate by adding. So mass divided by molar mass, you get the number of moles. Now that you have the number of moles, you apply the number of moles here in N. Volume of 500 cubic centimeters, that is 0.5 cubic decimeters. After 2 divided by 0.5, you get the concentration. Is that clear, Cindy? Okay. I'll give you 2 more minutes to write this. And let's do another question. Okay, lamai. I will give another question. Q2 කියලා ලියා ගන්න මේ question එක. Trust me, lamai, this is a very important part, so make sure you understand everything very well. මොකද chemical calculations පැටලුණාට පස්සේ after you learn many more other things at a later point, if you try to like learn this again, ඔක්කොම පැටලිලා තමයි එන්නේ. ඒකෙන්ද ඒක ඉගෙන ගන්න වෙලේට හරියටම clearly crystal clear වෙන්න ඉගෙන ගන්න. And then whatever you learn after this will not affect this. හැබැයි මේක හරියට ඉගෙන ගන්න නැතුව ඊට පස්සේ තව දේවල් ඉගෙනගෙන ආයමත් at some point you'll realize, oh no, I don't know chemical calculations. Then එතකොට ඊට පස්සේ ඉගෙන ගන්න ගියාම again you'll have to give too much effort. Okay, මොකද ඊට පස්සේ තව ගොඩක් දේවල් ඉගෙනගෙන ඒ ඔක්කොමත් එක පැටලිලා නැන්නේ. ඒකින්ද මේක ඉගෙන ගන්න වෙලාවට හරියටම clearly ඉගෙන ගන්න. Okay, now quickly find this one, lamai. 200 grams, sorry, 20 grams of NaOH is dissolved in water until the final volume of the solution becomes 250 cubic centimeters. Find the concentration of NaOH.
Lisa, can't hear you.
Can you hear me now? Okay, can you hear me now?
Now I can hear Lisa.
Okay, so this is question number 2. Write this question and find the answer. Yeah, must be my connection. Fix it lamma, yeah? Okay, I got one answer. Okay, I got another answer. I got another answer. For others, I'll give 1 more minute. Okay, let's discuss. I think that would be enough time. The same way, right? Okay, the same way, concentration upping ahanawa. Concentration equals number of moles over volume. I have volume here, but I don't have the number of moles, right? මුලින්ම number of moles හොයාගන්න. For that, I need N equals M over M. ඒකටත් මුලින්ම මට මෝල mass එක ඕනේ. So I will first calculate the molar mass of NaOH. Sodium is 23, oxygen is 16, hydrogen is 1. When you add these, you get 40 grams per mole. Now let's go to the calculation. Our first step is N equals M over M. The mass they have given is 20 grams, no? So 20 grams divided by the molar mass is 40 grams per mole. 40 grams per mole. 20 divided by 40, 0, 0 cancel. 2 times 1, 2, 2 times 2, 4. That is half. You can either put it as half or you can put it as 0.5 moles. Okay, so you have the number of moles as 0.5. Then up here, second step, which is C equals N over V. Number of moles here, I got 0.5 moles, so I will put it as 0.5 moles. Volume now, it's in cubic centimeters, 250 cubic centimeters. So 250 cubic centimeters, how do I convert it to cubic decimeters? I have to divide by 1000. That would be 0.25 cubic decimeters. So 0.25 cubic decimeters. The denominator ke samanen decimals bad numerator ke thibba, denominator cannot have decimal place in calculations. Now here the denominator has 2 decimal places, no? So to remove that, I'm going to multiply this by 100. Then the numerator also, I'm going to multiply by 100. Whatever you do to the denominator, you have to do the same to the numerator. 0.5 multiplied by 100, decimal place you get 50. 0.25 multiplied by 100, decimal place you get 25. So 50 divided by 25 is 2 moles per cubic decimeter. So, my answer is 2 moles per cubic decimeter. I hope others also got it. Is it clear, Lamai, whether you got the answer or not? Did you understand it? Or do you all have any questions? If you understand, give me a thumbs up. If you all have questions, please do ask. So ඔයගලන්ට දැන් වෙද්දි තේරෙන්න ඕනේ මේක ඇත්තටම එච්චර අමාරු නෑ. So we will do plenty of questions all over past papers, provincial papers, whatnot. We will do plenty of questions. Then it will be clearer. ගොඩක් වෙලාවට over the years I have seen certain students chemistry වල calculation එකක් කියලා question එකක් ආපු හැටි panic වෙනවා. හත් නිකන් සමහර ඔයගලන් සමහර වෙලාවට ඔය maths වල geometry questions දැක්කම panic වෙන්නේ. Oh no, it's geometry, I can't do this, I don't want to do this, I don't know this. එහෙම කියලා මාර්ම negativity ගොඩක් එක you panic no. ඒ වගේ chemistry වලත් මේ calculations part එකේදී සමහර අය, I'm not talking about everybody, some of you panic. So whether it's chemical calculations or anything, maths or any subject, anything, බෑ කියලා පටන් ගන්න එපා ළමයි. Okay, මට බෑ මේක කරන්න බෑ, I can't do this, I'm stupid, I don't have the knowledge for this. බෑ කියලා පටන් ගන්න එපා කිසිම දෙයක්. බෑ කියලා කිව්වොත් බෑම තමයි. Okay? ඒ කියන්නේ ළමයි always what you tell yourself ඒක ඕගලන්ගේ ඔළුවේ deposit වෙනවා. ඕගලා හැමලෙම geometry, let's say for an example maths වල. Let's say you get a geometry question. If you keep on telling yourself I can't do geometry, I don't know how to do geometry කියලා ඒක ඕගලන්ගේ යටි හිතේ you know in your subconscious mind it kind of registers. එතකොට ඔයාගේ ඔළුවේ register වෙලා තියෙනවා මට geometry බෑ කියන එක. Geometry questions out ඔයාට කරගන්න බැරි වෙනවා. You might actually have the knowledge for it, but ඔයාට කරන්න බැරි වෙනවා. Okay, ඔයාට කියන දේවල් මාරම important. So අර ඒ වගේ ගොඩක් දේවල් ගොඩක් කට්ටිය වැඩි එක believe කරන්නේ නැහැ, but now let's say for an example ඔයගලන් හිතනවා ඔයාලා මහතයි කියලා. I'm fat, I'm chubby කියලා හිතනවා කියලා. ඒක හැමලෙම හිතුවොත් ඒක ඔයගලන්ගේ ඔළුවේ register වෙනවා. ඒතර even if you are not actually fat, ඔයා mirror එකේ වාදිය බලුවොත් ඔයාට ඔයා පේන්නේ fat විදියට. If you always think I'm ugly, I'm stupid or something like that, you will always feel that way. කවදාවත් mirror එකක් ඉස්සරහට ගියාට you will not feel like you're beautiful. You will always feel I'm ugly එහෙම. එතකොට වෙන කෙනෙක් වාදියා බැලුවොත් ඒ negative impression එක තමයි යන්නේ. තමන්ට දෙන energy එක තමයි ළමයි තමන් අනිත් අයට spread කරන්නේ. Okay, yes, actually yes. So universal tips ඒ කියන්නේ මම ගොඩක් believe කරන දෙයක් තමයි. So මගේ අහලා තියෙන universal දේවල්, I do believe in universe. I do believe in energies. මම ගොඩක් එක believe කරනවා. දැන් අපි සමහර කෙනෙක් auras කියලා. If you are a good person, you always emit like a certain good energy. And if you are if you are actually happy, you emit that happy energy. හිතන්න මට ඔයගලන් කාවරෙක් කෙනෙක් හම්බුණා කියලා. ඔයාලා ඇත්තටම happy නා. ඔයගලා ඇත්තටම හොඳ කෙනෙක් නම් ඒ energy එක radiate වෙනවා. ඒතර මට දැනෙනවා. If I'm also a good person, අපේ energies match වෙනවා, then we will be good friends or we will get along well. But let's say I'm a bad person and you're a good person. අපේ energies clash වෙනවා. ඒතර we don't get along well. So energies are actually real. සාමාන්‍යයෙන් අපි කොහොමද ඉන්නේ ඒ වගේ මිනිස්සුන්ගේ තමයි අපිට life එකේ හම්බ වෙන්නේ. Okay, so if you want a very good friend, you have to be good first. If you want at some point you will want a partner in your life. If you want a good partner, you need to be good first. ඔයා ගේ නැති දේවල් ඔයාට තව කෙනෙක්ගෙන් expect කරන්න බෑ. Okay, so ඒ වගේ තමයි හැමදේම ඕගොල්ලන් තමන්ට කියන දේවල් හරිම important. So there are things called affirmations. ඒ කියන්නේ දැන් law of attraction or universe or whatever, ඒක මේ අර theory එකක් කියලා නෑ. It's just the energy you give off. It's always the energy you give off. Let's say you have a certain plan. O-levels is not your end goal. Ne? So O-levels is just a milestone, right? Then you want to do something else. Then another thing. Life it will go on and on. So I'm pretty sure you all have like certain dreams and certain things you want to achieve in life. So you always have to think about those. So my younger sister also practices gratitude is one thing. Yes, හැමලේම ඔයාට තියෙන දේවල් ගැන හැමලේම මිනිස්සු හිතන්නේ නැති දේවල්නේ. මට මේක නෑ, මට අරක නෑ, මට අරක නෑ. හැබැයි ඔයගොල්ලෝ මොනවද තියෙන්නේ? You have plenty. There are so many people in this world, in our country, maybe ඔගලන් ඉන්න society එකේම සමහර කට්ටිය ඇත්තේ ඔගලන්ට තියෙන දේවල් නැති. හැබැයි are you grateful for what you have? So I don't know about you, but I hope that, let's say, some of you can හැමෝටම can ඔගන්ට parents ලා ඉන්නවනේ. I hope so, right? එහෙම නැති වෙන්නත් පුළුවන්. But let's say you have your mother. I have my mother. But I'm not like my හැමදාම හිතන්නේ නෑ මට අම්මා කෙනෙක් ඉන්නවා කොච්චර හොඳයි දෙය කියලා. But there are children who don't have a mother, who don't have a father, who don't have parents. But are we grateful for that? අපි grateful gratitude එක පෙන්නන්නේ නැහැනේ නේද? So you have a house, you have a roof over your head. But කොච්චර මිනිස්සුන්ට flood එකෙන් ගෙවල් නැති වුණාද? ඒතර කොච්චර ගයක් නැති වෙනවා කියන්නේ කොච්චර ලොකු දෙයක්ද? A house is an asset. ගෙවල් කියනවා හදන්න ලේසි නෑ. Okay. So ඒ වගේ තමයි හැමලෙම you have to be grateful, but at the same time whatever you want in life, even if it's like something small, like let's say O-levels කියන අතරම පොඩි දෙයක් ඔයගලගේ life එකේ you are going to have many more things in life. ඒතර හැම දෙයකම මට බෑ කියලා පටන් ගන්න එපා. මට පුළුවන්. You can do it. How you are going to do it, you have to figure out. Okay? So of course you have to take actions. මට geometry back එකේ නැත්නම් මට chemical calculations back එකේ හිටියා කියලා වැඩක් නැහැ. ඒතර කොහොමද? හරි මට බැරි නා. If you feel like you cannot, what do you do next? You maybe learn it again. You talk to your teacher or do something. You take a step for it. Okay? So always are a negative වෙන්න එපා. Be real. I mean, I'm not always asking you to be very positive. I mean, positive වෙන්න එක හොඳයි. But සමහර කැමතිනේ ගොඩක් positive වෙන්න එක realistic නෑ කියලා හිතනවානේ. හැම එකටම positive කියන එක realistic නෑ කියලා හිතනවානේ. Okay, that is okay. But at least don't be too negative. Because I was also like that. Even sometimes I also feel a lot of negativity. But I have like people around me to like pull me back to reality. Can I uchra negative වෙන්න එපා. Don't overthink. Okay? Because ඔයා negative වුණොත් මේ negativity එක ඒ energy එක ඔයාගෙන් radiate වෙනවා. එතකොට you're sending that energy to outside and you receive that energy back. Okay? එහෙම මගේ I have actually one of my friends. She's always very negative. මට එපා වෙලා මම ආස නැහැ මට ඇති වෙලා දැන් එහෙම කියලා කියනවා එයාට වෙන්නේ for some reason එයාට වෙන්නේ හරිම negative දේවල්මයි. She thinks she's so unlucky, but maybe it's because she's always like thinking very negatively. She always attracts negative things too. ඒක හින්දා මේ දේවල් now whatever you're learning now, learn it very carefully. නැත්නම් ඔයගලා මට බෑ කිය හිතේ තින්න එපා. Calculation question එකක් හරි ඔයගලා කැමති නැති එකක් දැක්ක ගමන් අයියෝ I hate this. එහෙම වෙන්න එපා. You hate it for some reason. That means you may be struggling when it comes to that part. Then how do I cover that up? How do I learn this a bit more? කියලා ඒකට steps ගන්නවා මිසක් ඒකට බොරුවට අඬන ඉඳලා හරියන්නේ නැහැ. මම මෙහෙම කියන්නේ දැන් especially there's a batch going out in February in another less than a month. So then now සමහර කට්ටියට සමහර තැන් හිර වෙලානේ තියෙන්නේ. So I mean සමහරව cover වෙලා නැතිව තියෙනවා. So දැන් ඒගොල්ලන් අඬලා හරියන්නේ නැහැ. So ඒ examples එක so ඒගොල්ලන්ට I'm helping them as much as I can and we are doing a lot. We are trying to do a lot too with the short span of time we have. But you have nearly a year. Exactly අවුරුද්දක් නෑ but අවුරුද්දකට කිට්ටු time එකක් තියෙනවා. ඒකද you have time to, even if you did any mistakes in grade 10 ඒවා cover කරගන්න time තියෙනවා. ඒකද grade 10 ඒවා වුණත් if you're struggling with anything let me know. Okay? So we can try to see what we can do. එහෙම ගොඩක් අයත් එක්ක මම කතා කරලා මොනවද කරන්න පුළුවන් කියලා we have worked out solutions. Yeah. So මේ කොටස questions වල ගොඩක් වෙනවා. ඒකයි මම grade 10 වල quantification කරද්දිත් කිව්වේ n equals MOM ගොඩක් එනවා ඉස්සරහට. So we will also do some past paper questions when it comes to this. The class is not over yet. Don't leave. We will do some past paper questions too, but we have to try a few more questions. Then අපි මෙතන කතා කරපු දෙකම they're kind of similar, right? I will give you another question. So here we did this. Okay, let's try another question. මගේ දේවා කියන ළමයි ඔයගොල්ලන් දැන් පොඩි ළමයි නෙවෙයිනේ you all are you will be 16 this year. ඒකින්දා මම කලින් ක්ලාසස් වලට උන්තරන් කියලා ඇති ඔයගලන්ට හරියට ලකුණු හම්බුනේ නැහැ කියන ටර්ම් ටෙස්ට් එකට ඔයගලන්ට කිසි කෙනෙකුට blame කරන්න බෑ. If you don't get term test or monthly test or whatever, let's say you don't get good marks, you can't blame your school teachers. You can't blame your parents. You can't blame your friends. Right? You can't blame other people. Because whatever happens in your life, it's your responsibility. ඔගලන් parents කරන්න පුළුවන් හැමදේම කරනවානේ. ඔගලන්ට term test එක ලකුණු අඩු උනේ ඇයි? මොකක් හරි ගාක ඔගලන් හරියට කළා නැහැ. Right? එහෙම නැත්නම් you didn't study or something happened. So that is up to you. ඔගලන් කරපු actions වල consequences තමයි ඔගලන් experience කරන්නේ. You reap what you sow. Okay? So ඒකින්දා even if you are doing yes, even if you are doing the blame game now, then again I have two younger sisters, so they also do that a lot. Blame game කියන්නේ මොකද්ද? මොනාර දෙයක් වුණොත් කොහෙට හරි බයිනවා. දැන් අපේ ලංකාවේ මිනිස්සු හැමෝම මේමනේ. මොනවා හරි දෙයක් වෙච්ච ගමන් අරයට බයිනවා, මෙයාට බයිනවා, ආණ්ඩුවට බයිනවා, රටට බයිනවා, මේ රට හරියන්නේ නැහැ කියනවා, වෙන රටකට යන්න හදනවා. That's not how it should be, right? Whatever happens in your life is your responsibility. ඔයාට මොන හරි දෙයක් වෙනවා නම් ඔයාකට respond කරන විදියෙන් තමයි ඊටු ටික decide වෙන්නේ. If you are not getting good marks for your term test, ඔයා ඒ විදියටම නම් හැසිරෙන්නේ දිගටම එන්නේ low marks තමයි. But if you are getting low marks for your term test, you change your action plan. මොනවාද අඩු වෙලා තියෙන කියලා බලලා ඒවා cover up කරන්න හදලා මොන හරි action එකක් ගන්නවා. එතකොට you know the situation might change. එම් නැතු බොරුවට හාට මෙහාට බැලලා හරියන්නේ නැහැ. Okay? Or blame or complaining ඒව හරියන්නේ නැහැ. Because as I said, you all are not babies now. 16 is quite a big age. In another 4 years, you will be 20 years old and you will be stepping out into the real society. So, ඒ මොනහම අපි හැදිලා තියෙන විදිහත් එක්ක අපි එළිය society එකේ කොහොමද survive වෙන්නේ කියන එක මාර්ගයට determine වෙනවා. Because we come across a lot of people ඔගලන් ඒ කියන්නේ if you're not responsible for yourself, හරිම අමාරුයි society එකේ ජීවත් වෙන්න. Okay, so whatever it is, you are responsible for your life. ඒක හැමලෙම මතක තියාගන්න. Even for now, at your age, you have little things, O-levels, term tests, studying, some of my friends that take relationships, then family එකේ relationships, whatever it is. හැමලෙම ඔයගලන්ට කරන්න පුළුවන් දෙයක් තියෙනවා. Okay? Whatever happens, it's your responsibility. Okay. So let's come back to this. So it is required to prepare Pigamu 2 moles per 2 anyway, let's say 2.5 moles per cubic decimeter of glucose solution, and the required volume is 2dm3. Find the mass of glucose required to dissolve in 2dm3. මාතකම ලියා ගන්න ළමයි. Water to okay, let's try this. Glucose වල මම ඔයගන්ට formula එක කියන්නේ because for glucose formula you already know. We have learned this in grade 10, so I'm not gonna tell you that. Quickly do this. This will be our last question for the day. මේක හොඳට හොඳට try කරන්න බලන්න හරියට අපි දැන් learn කරපු දේවල් එක්ක. It's slightly different from what we tried before. Quickly. I'll give you like 2 more minutes would be enough. Let me know when you're done. I got one answer. We'll see, huh? For others, 1 more minute. It's okay, just try. You have 1 more minute. Don't leave the class until we finish discussing this, huh? Okay, we'll discuss. Now, as I said before, whenever you get a question like this, first thing you're going to see is what they have given you. ඒගොල්ලන් මොනවාද මුලින් දීලා තියෙන්නේ? Equations මොනවත් නෙවෙයි. First step, what have they given you? 2.5 moles per cubic decimeter කියලා කියන්නේ that is concentration. Unit එක බලුවම you can see moles per cubic decimeter means concentration. So concentration they have given 2.5 moles per cubic decimeter of glucose solution, and the required volume is 2 cubic decimeter. Volume එකක් දීලා තියෙනවා. අපෙන් අහනවා mass එක. Now the two equations that we have, what are they? C equals N over V and N equals M over M. බලන්න here, we have concentration, they have given us. We have volume, they have given us. එහෙනම් concentration and volume තියෙන හින්දා we can find the number of moles. We can find the number of moles. The number of moles හොයාගත්තාම මෙතන we have number of moles. Molar mass we can calculate. එතනින් අපිට mass එක හොයන්න පුළුවන්. So මම මේ steps එක තමයි කරන්න යන්නේ. Now they have given us the concentration 2.5 moles per cubic decimeter. Number of moles we don't know. They have given the volume in decimeters. They can put convert කරන්න නෑ. And a number of moles කියන්නේ 2, I bring it to this side, then it becomes multiplication. So 2.5 multiplied by 2. So N equals 5 moles. ඔන්න මට number of moles තියෙනවා. Now I come to my next equation. මේ equation එක දාන්න කලින් ළමයි මම molar mass එක separately calculate කරගෙන ඉන්න ඕනේ. So that is what I'm going to do. Glucose means what is the chemical formula? What is the chemical formula of glucose? Yes? Others? Yeah. C6H12O6. Yes. So carbon wala relative atomic mass 12, hydrogen wala 1, oxygen wala 16. So you just have to add them properly. මෙතන ඔයගලන් add කරන්න මම step එක ලියන්නේ නැහැ, but you should get the answer as 180 grams per mole. Add karama 180 grams per mole. Now you have the molar mass there. Now we come to this equation. Here I found the number of moles already, 5 moles. Mass that is what I have to find out. Molar mass is 180 grams per mole. Then 180 මේ පැත්තට ගියාම that becomes multiplication. So mass means 5 multiplied by 180. That would be 900 grams. Is this clear, Lamai? Others? Desindu, Mayumdi, Savinu. Okay. All right. So with that, we will end today's class. Mama past paper questions ටිකක් එවන්නම් homework විදියට. Since it's a bit late, I will end the class now, but I will send some past paper questions. Like 2 or 3. එක සමහර විට grade 10 වල ඉගෙන ගත්තේවා වෙන්නත් පුළුවන්. අපි slowly past papers හිමිසාරේ කරමු. And next week as usual, which is 31st, we have the class as usual. සමහර වෙලාවට මට group එකේ reminder එකක් දාන්න අමතක වෙනවා Saturday morning හරි noon හරි class එක තියෙනවා කියලා. But මම class එක නැහැ කියලා කිව්වේ නැත්තම් class එක අනිවාර්යෙන් තියෙනවා. Okay? So yes, same to you. Have a nice weekend and have a nice week until we meet again next week 31st, which will be the last day of January. Okay, so before we end the class, do you all have any questions or anything, or is everything clear? If everything is clear, you can give a thumbs up. From everything that we did today, no doubts. Okay, then we'll end the class. Miheli, since it's your first day, let me know within today and tomorrow whether you will continue. Then if you're continuing, we'll add you to the group and do the needful. Yeah. So see you next week, Laman. Good night.